The federal Paycheck Protection Program has allowed local churches and other religious affiliated organizations to get at least $27 million.
Contact 5 investigator Dave Bohman explains why some critics claim all this money weakens the concept of the separation of church and state.
St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Boca Raton got $593,000 under the U.S. government's payroll protection program.
It just would have been a difficult time for us if we hadn't gotten those loans.
Mary Beth Keenan is the church's director of administration. Her church's PPP money arrived in April, just as St. Paul's Church saw a drop in donations, while its affiliated school now had parents unable to pay monthly tuition.
Some took pay cuts, some lost their jobs completely, depending on the nature of their business.
Contact 5 found more than 100 churches, synagogues, and religious affiliated schools and organizations in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast receiving between $150,000 and upwards of more than $1 million in PPP funds. Contact 5 added it up. In our area, religious organizations receiving at least $27 million of your money under the Paycheck Protection Program. This from data released by the IRS.
These government loans actually are forgiven, and they become government grants to pay clergy salaries. Ultimately, it's a dangerous bargain to take government money.
Rachel Lazar is the president of Americans United for the Separation of Church and State. She tells Contact 5 funding religious institutions violates a constitutional ban on state-sponsored religion.
Ultimately, what keeps religion alive is relying on its own members for funding and not relying on the government.
Look at the people who are working here. Why don't they deserve to get help?
Mary Beth Keenan says staffers at St. Paul's need their jobs. They pay bills and income taxes just like workers at stores and restaurants, helped by the PPP.
It was a blessing to be able to apply for that and receive those funds.
Keenan says the church no longer has a money crisis.
Now thank we all our God.
Members donating to the virtual collection plate as St. Paul's conducts its services online. Teachers at the school preparing to open later this month. And because of the PPP funds, none of the 60 church employees were laid off. In Boca Raton, Dave Bohman, WPTV News Channel 5.